Hello folks! Celtic Nerd here bringing you another nerdy video. And as you can see, we are back with Assassin's Creed, the very first one. Oh boy, it's been a couple of days since we started this replay through of the Assassin's Creed franchise in celebration of the new game, Assassin's Creed Mirage, being released. Now, as I've previously stated, we are going to try and take our time with this game. We are not looking to rush it. We are going to just take our time, get through every bit of story beat. Because as stated, we sort of rushed it in my last attempt at doing this type of playthrough. We skipped Assassin's Creed 3's interesting DLC in the with the what if scenario of what if George Washington had a piece of Eden and turned evil. We've also skipped the Black Flag expansion where we play as the first mate, and then we skipped DLC involving Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Origin, and unfortunately Odyssey. So this time we're actually going to just take our time. We're going to go through all of them, and then hopefully with not too long we will eventually get to Assassin's Creed Mirage. And depending on how long it takes me to get through the games in this more casual pace, I may actually start a separate stream and recording series jumping ahead to those games, or I might jump ahead to actually prioritizing. This may be the case. I may jump ahead and prioritize doing the Assassin's Creed trilogy. Well, I don't know how Valhalla ends because I unfortunately got distracted by a bunch of other stuff and I never got to it. So I may jump to Assassin's Creed or I'm trying to remember, when did she get introduced? I believe actually Assassin's Creed Syndicate. When did she get introduced? Hold on. Yeah, we'll jump to Assassin's Creed Origin and then Odyssey, because Odyssey is because she comments on the Friar Twins when she's in London. So yeah, we'll jump to Assassin's Creed Origin. I keep mixing up those two. Jump to Assassin's Creed Origin, then Odyssey, Valhalla, and then Mirage. And that is because of the fact of, again, I don't know how Assassin's Creed Mirage starts. I have not touched it. But in case it has the same present time protagonist, I don't want to disrupt the story that's being told there, and I don't want spoilers for myself, obviously, for Mirage. So we will, if I do have to do like two parallel let's plays of Assassin's Creed, one doing what I'm doing now, and the other being jumping to the current that trilogy, I will. Hopefully I won't, because if I recall, there's not that many side quests until you really hit possibly, I believe, either Syndicate or Unity, or the big jumps in content, where they were just like, let's throw in as much content as we can into the games, which in my opinion was never a bad thing. I loved how packed of gameplay you could have with Odyssey and Origin. It was one of my favorite things.
Get up! Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Mott.
So I'm just going to pause that dialogue right there, folks. I accidentally pressed the button that started the whole thing. I didn't mean to have Desmond go to sleep. But yeah, I know people complained about how much content was in Odyssey and that the quest journal was just constantly full. I remember back in the days. Now this is gonna make me feel old, but I remember back in the day when we complained about how video games were just damn too short. Nowadays, like, that's why it tormented me when I started hearing the first complaints about Origin and Odyssey, that the games are too, like, there's too much content in. And again, when I saw that complaint, I was like, okay, wow. Clearly, these must be the younger players who do not remember PlayStation 1s and PS2 or the original Xbox and the 360 games, where where you could literally complete a game within a day. I remember those. My family used to torment me with jokes about like how they don't want to buy me games because I would get through the game in practically a day. That's how short games used to be. Now, I will say though, did the world sometimes feel empty in Origins and Odyssey? Yes. That's why I was a big fan of Origins mirages that took place. Whenever you were crossing the desert, you might see an illusion or something interesting happen due to the fact that, you know, it's a desert. So that was always fun. And I did enjoy, what's it called, in Odyssey. Like, Odyssey really did make you feel like a mercenary, but I'll get to those games when I get to them. But my point is, look how long it's taken me just to get through Assassin's Creed 1. It took barely any time at all. The only thing that would take a lot of time was if I was looking for every single flag and every single Templar. That's like, those two collectibles are the only things in this game that really expand the time frame. The missions were quite short, so yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 is in my opinion one of the weakest games in terms of gameplay and stuff to do in the game, whereas Origin and Odyssey, well, did the world sometimes feel like it was empty? Yeah, I will acknowledge that criticism. It is very valid, but if your complaint that there's too many quests, then you lost me. I cannot defend that type of mentality. You know, you can do the main story if you wanted to, or you can do the side quests. It's something to do. It's a video game. You know, you're supposed to have fun with it. And if you want to just play the main story, then do the main story. Nothing's forcing you to do the side quests. If it turns out you are under leveled for the main story, then do one or two side quests to level up or level up your gear. That's it. The game's not telling you, oh, you need to 100% this, you know. And there's no secret endings that you need to get either. So yeah, like if your big issue was there were too many quests in Origin and Odyssey, I'm curious. I would be very curious about your age as a gamer, just because, again, growing up, me and my friends, we always had the issue of that the video games were way too goddamn short. And so the idea that a game might be too big or too long, what? Ugh. Never mind. Folks, I'm going to now mute my mic. We're going to finish this game, and then possibly after maybe a little break, I will start this stream of Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, and unlike the previous stream, I will not be streaming the Assassin's Creed 2 prologue movie. I'm not going to be doing that. It is a fun movie. I would encourage anyone to watch it, but I myself will not be streaming it like last time.
Miles, today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable. Finish.
Here. Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path
What path? What are you talking about?
towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Al-Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light. Only speak, Master, and show us the path.
Your life is now!
The Master commands. Hold the light! Kill the traitor!
For the Master!
He does not walk the path. Destroy him!
You won't get away from me! Yeah!
Altair! Up here! You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Al-Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls, then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al-Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
No! What's happening?
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof
Proof of what?
that nothing is true, and everything is permitted. Come, destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns.
Have you any final words?
You lied to me. Called Robert's goal foul when all along it was yours as well.
I've never been much good at sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
Least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
Ah, and now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I am disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student. Blind, Altair. Blind is all you've ever been. All you'll ever be.
My blade sees for me, Amuala. It cuts through the darkness.
Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Destroy it! Destroy it as you said you would.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altair. But you won't.
We've got it.
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine. Stop undermining my authority!
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that?
Looks like... Is that blood? What the hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
Alright, folks. So let me just lower down this music real quick. There we go. So, there we have it. Assassin's Creed 1. The final mission only took about 30 or 20 or so minutes, give or take, depending on how long I spent talking at the beginning of the video. So, again, after doing my replay, after doing my Let's Play series about, when was the last time I did it actually? Hold on, folks. I'm actually going to open up my YouTube real quick so I can review when was the last time I did this game. So let's see here. That's Assassin's Creed 2. So, my Assassin's Creed 2 was done back in 2020. I'm just trying to locate the oldest. Here we go. Here we go. Assassin's Creed Part 1. We started that Let's Play series all the way back in May 5th, 2020. Okay, actually, sorry folks, it's only been 3 years. Wow! Okay, now in all fairness, I believe that was pre-COVID, so okay, maybe it's because of COVID that it feels like it was such a long time ago. But, wow, it was only 3 years ago. Shit, I felt like it was much further back. Damn. Right. Wow. Alright. So it's been 3 years since I did that Let's Play series, and now I'm restarting. Again, story-wise, like Assassin's Creed sort of holds up, story-wise, at the very least. The story is still engaging, it's still compelling. Again, unfortunately, the game, you can feel the gameplay, because like let's briefly remind ourselves, when did this game come out? The initial game, very first one, came out back in 2007, folks. So keep that in mind. 2007, the very first game came out. So you can feel the age. So there we go. We get the end credit sequence, and we can just go back into the Animus. Like, there we go. And the only reason for that, the only reason why you would go back into the Animus is if you want to like completely 100% it by collecting the numerous flags. So yeah, there you go. There's the replay. You see reload memory, all that type of stuff. So there we go, folks. Let's see. Let's start this chain. Okay, memory viewpoints. We are missing the viewpoints of the kingdom. We're only missing 4. We are missing out of all the Templars. We've killed 17 out of 60. Oh, I know. There's a percentage underneath. We've collected 20% of the Assassin's Creed, the assassin flags. We collected 42% of the Hospitaller flags across Acre. 21 Templar flags across also Acre. 15% of the Teutonic flags, also from Acre. 20% of the Caesarian flags from Damascus. 13% of King Richard's flags across the kingdom, and 21 of Jerusalem crosses collected. So yeah, these are all just collectibles to pad out the game, because again, the game is quite short. The longest memory is there it is memory block 4. Keep in mind, this game is done in 7 memory blocks. So theoretically, if I was willing to not have time limits on my videos, I could get this done in 7 parts. Like, if I could dedicate like a video to each memory block and we'll be done. And keep in mind, the only long memory block would be then memory block 4. After, like, it goes from memory block 1 is your tutorial. Then memory block 2, we have 2 targets. Then 2 targets for memory block 3. Then we have 3 targets in 4, 2 in 5, and then we're back down to 1 in 6, with memory block 7 being like a 20-minute mission. That's it. It's again, this game is extremely short. Again, it was made back in 2007. Games were still very few, like, not all games were experimenting to try and make them bigger, more fleshed out. But eventually we do get bigger Assassin's Creed games, and in my opinion, they're fantastic. One of the best examples of the most a big Assassin's Creed game that's also lived in is Assassin's Creed Unity. I know there was a lot of bugs with Assassin's Creed Unity, as well as the disastrous co-op multiplayer mode, which I like that they at least tried it. They tried something new, which is always to be encouraged. But you have to give Assassin's Creed Unity that due, which is the civilian population of Paris is fucking massive. So yeah. Anyway, again, the big fault in Assassin's Creed is the fact of its age and the gameplay of that era. The combat was not smooth at all, which is ironic given the fact that this is a very much stealth game. Pretty much every mission that you do will auto fail if you raise the alarm. But there are moments when they push you to get into combat, such as the interrogation missions, as well as like the final fight, which is very weird for a stealth game. Which is why I'm glad they made the improvements that they did make in Assassin's Creed 2 when it comes to the combat system. So yeah, this game is, story-wise, it's not, strangely enough, it's not the worst. Story-wise, it's not the worst. Gameplay-wise, it is obviously the worst game. But again, it is the first game of the series, so therefore it should have the worst gameplay. It's the oldest game, so it should have the worst gameplay. I would still, strangely enough, encourage people to play it just to get the full scope of the Assassin's Creed story. You know, we will eventually have to go through the worst Assassin's Creed story, in my opinion, and I'm dreading it, but we'll get to it when it gets to it. It's also the Assassin's Creed game that, in my opinion, was always doomed to fail. It was never going to be a success. And I'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, I padded out, speaking of padding out in terms of extra stuff, I padded out this video a little bit with some dialogue and commentary about the game and whatnot. Now I'm going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with Assassin's Creed 2. Now, Folks, I do have an interesting concept that I want to bring up for you guys to, again, have your words, to have your opinion be heard by me. When I get to the Assassin's Creed games that introduce the RPG elements, please comment either on Twitch or comment below if you're on YouTube. What do you think I should do? Should I simply go into New Game Plus, or should I start out completely fresh? I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on this. Again, comment on whichever platform you're watching this on, and then that way I will know what you guys are interested in. If I don't hear any comments, I'm going to be bringing this up pretty much maybe at the end of each of my videos going forward. And if I don't get any feedback back on it, I will be simply using New Game Plus to start those games off. That being said, this is the Celtic Nerd signing out. One name, one sky.